Hello guys, Keto my people, welcome to Journey with E. My name is Esther and in today's video we will be going over some honest truths about long distance relationship. Now, I had been in a long distance relationship for a little over a year before I finally met my person, in person. Ooh, you saw what I did there? Before I finally met my person in person. But yeah, let's not drag it out. So in long distance relationship, I think something a lot of people don't actually tell you is how nerve-wracking it is, bro. Your nerves are gonna be like way up here. Now, I believe the reason why a lot of long distance relationships don't work out is because you literally have to place your faith in someone else. So if you're out there and you're in a long distance relationship and you think for whatever reason you don't have faith, my dear, please, you're the minister of faith, because for this to work, you really have to trust somebody. Like, you're not seeing, you're literally not going to be seeing the person face to face. And I believe that's really a hard part. So in this video, we will go over 5 tips or 5 points, things that happened to me personally. All this is totally from personal experience, and I just want someone to learn. So when you're going through it and you are feeling all these things, does not really mean that it's bad, but these are just things that you have to watch out for, so you don't just go clueless into a long distance relationship. Or if you're already in a long distance relationship, this will serve as a reminder for you that, hey, it's okay that these things are happening. You just have to really breathe and get through with the process, because it is a process. So let's get into it, guys. The number one point for me is that your phone battery will literally hate you. And I'm telling you this because for me, I realized that I had to charge my phone all the time. And there were times when my phone would be hot. I didn't really think about this in the moment. And I had a new phone at that point, and sometimes I feel like my phone would act up, and I'm like, why is this phone hot? Why is this going on? Why is my phone battery dying and stuff? But that is because you basically live beside and inside your phone. Like, you're gonna be attached to that little cell phone. So if you're already attached to your cell phone and you're going into a long distance relationship, baby, it's about to double, because this I'm telling you, I feel like for me, I had to charge my phone every single time I was close to an outlet. I literally had so much anxiety about just seeing my phone go red. Like, my phone was never below 20%. So once I see the red, I'm like, I want to charge. And it always came to that point. So, you just charge your phone so much because you don't want to miss a love message from your boo thing, or, from the little testing to the love confessions that you make at 2 a.m. Yes, I know about all of it, baby. From all those things, you don't want to miss your key moments. And this is because this phone, your laptop or anything, it is your main channel. So you basically live beside your phone, inside your phone. So your phone battery will hate you. But be patient. If you don't have a good phone, maybe this is the time to invest in one, because you will literally want your phone more than anything else in the world. Facts. Point number 2 is that you can literally get isolated from the world without knowing. Now, I put this way because a lot of times we don't intend to isolate ourselves from the world. We don't intend to isolate ourselves from our loved ones, from our families, but this stuff just happens. Now, imagine you have your phone, the person that you want to talk to every day, the person you're trying to build something with is inside the phone at this point, right? So now you have your phone, the person is inside your phone. This kind of distracts you from every other thing going on around you. Now you find yourself getting delivery when you're meant to go out. If you're the type that normally like going out to eat, you may want to get tempted to order delivery so you can eat in front of your phone. Just like I said before, you're building your life around your phone, because that is the only way you can have access to the person that you love. And that is okay. However, you need to be very careful when you start seeing signs like, you don't want to go out, you don't want to be with other people, you don't want to hang out, with your friends. We just want to stay indoors and be with your phone all the time. So when you start noticing that, try to ease up on it a little bit. I'm not saying cut it out. No, because I know from personal experience that is hard to do. I know for me, normally sometimes I'll be like, I want to go to the Korean place. When I was in a long distance relationship with my partner, it just turned to the fact where I'm like, I want to get delivery. And he over the like inside the phone would be the one telling me, no, I think you should go out. I think you should do this. But I'm like, no, I just want to stay here. And then I get delivery, and guess what I'm doing? Eating in front of the phone, so happy with myself. But at a point, I had to realize that, okay, now you need to try to limit that. It's going to be hard, but trust me, it's going to be for good. So I think that is one of the cons that actually happen with long distance relationship. You get isolated from the world. So try as much as possible not to get isolated from the world. Okay? The third point is that if you're not careful, your anxiety will triple. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk to my people. I know a lot of people that already have anxiety issues. You're always anxious. I used to be a very anxious person. Honestly, sometimes my anxiety still comes out. It's something that I deal with on a daily basis. Now, if you're now, I think from my personal experience, what actually happened that I realized that my anxiety could really triple in this situation was that we have a system. And even if you're in a long distance relationship, you already know this. For your long distance relationship to work, there has to be a system of some sort. So the system with myself and my partner was that we always let each other know when we're home. And this is just so we know that, the other person is safe, because I'm over here, like, we're in two different countries and stuff. So normally, if you're going out, you test the person when you're out. And then if you're probably going out all night and you're hanging out with the boys and stuff like that, you test the person when you get home so they know that you're safe. Now, it happened on this particular day that my partner did not do that. I don't know what he was thinking, but I knew before I went to bed that he was going to go out. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to sleep because I have to get up early in the morning. I have PT. I have all these beautiful, fun things the army already hasn't planned for me. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to go to bed. So by the time I woke up early, I still didn't see a text message, which is so unlike him. So I was like, at this point, I was like, okay, what is going on? I was a little bit like worried. So I picked up my phone, my best friend. I called him, no answer. I texted him, nothing back. And I was like, all right, I went to PT, came back, same thing, no calls, nothing. At this point, my anxiety was like straight out of the roof, because I was thinking of every possible bad thing that could have happened to him. And this you'll notice a lot. So if you're not careful, your anxiety will shoot through the roof. And this is something you have to control. This can be done by, having, just like I said, a plan, a set plan. So on this particular day, he forgot. He didn't text me back when he got home because he was having too good of a time. Yes. Well, let's say the rest of the day was not so fun for him, but you understand what I mean? So that just shut my anxiety up. And if you're in a long distance relationship, that's something that can also happen to you. So you need to be aware of all these things. They're not, now, anxiety is not even good for your health. And if you already have like anxiety, panic attacks and stuff like that, you don't want to get mixed up with all these things. So implement some ground rules. Make sure that you're not setting yourself up for anxiety. The fourth point, which is a little emotional, is that loneliness. Oh my God, I hate that feeling. Hate is a very strong word, and that is how I feel towards loneliness. Now, I know a lot of people will try to say, oh, you have to be your own person. If you're your own person, you won't be lonely. You need to be comfortable with your own self. If you have met me in person, you would know I am one of the people that I'm so comfortable with myself. Like, I can chill with myself. I can do a lot of things. I can sing. I can dance alone in a room. But it's just a different ball game, y'all. Like, nobody prepares you for that type of loneliness that you would feel, especially if your love language is physical touch. Like me, I love hugs, I love to be reassured, I love hand holding, I love all these physical things. So yes, that part really got me. And if you're like me, then that is gonna be So I feel like I went through this, and I would say loneliness has levels. The way I experienced it, it has levels to this thing, man. And I was just on every single level depending on the day. Some days are for sure better than the others, but there's some other days when you're going through some things and you're saying, maybe you're somewhere and you're like, oh, I wish I can experience this with my partner and stuff like that. And even when you're outside, you're still lonely. Like, you can be in the middle of people and you're still lonely. You know, so like, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. I think the best way I can explain it is that it's like a feeling, it's like a pit in your stomach, right? For me, that was how I felt. But the only thing though was that whenever I'm hungry, that's how I feel too. So I guess sometimes it was really hard for me to differentiate if I'm just hungry or if I was lonely, and So I guess for me, my advice to you would be, make sure you eat first. When you're done eating, check if you're still feeling that way. If you're still feeling that way, then you're definitely feeling that lonely pangs. It's hitting you, girl. However, if you haven't eaten, it may just be hunger. So yeah, get yourself something to eat, and then check on yourself later. This is something that I do. Like, I eat a lot. It may not look like it, but I love binge eating. Like, I eat everything. I'm trying not to, but I think at that point it actually went up. I remember there was a point in time when I always went to bed with some kind of snacks just right beside my bedside lamp. There's always something for me to chew, and I'm watching a movie and I'm chewing something. So yes, you're gonna feel all these things, and when you feel those loneliness, please, please, it's okay. Reach out to maybe one of your friends, someone you trust. Hang out with someone that you trust. I'm not saying hang out with your ex that is not over you yet, that you're not over. No, that's just gonna bring problem. You don't want that. So yes, loneliness is gonna be up, but I hope you get through this. But that is definitely a con for me. I do not want to feel that loneliness again, honestly. Our fifth and last point for today is that tricky situations can escalate pretty quickly. Drama. I want drama, bro. I know. The only reason why I'm able to laugh right now, honestly, is because I'm not currently in it for now, because you never know what the army has in store for me. I need to heat up wood or something, because I don't know, the army may decide that, all right, because you say you're not in a long distance relationship anymore. All right, let's go. Deployment, baby. So no. I'm taking that back. No, I don't want none of that right now. So as I was saying, there's so many things that it's just better to be had in person. Conversations, sorting out issues, you name it. However, being in a long distance relationship would really stretch you. So you have to be careful with the way things are going to escalate. I remember there was a time I was having a conversation. It was not even like anything complicated. It was like a simple professional conversation. My partner was talking about, his profession. I was talking about my view of something. I can't even remember exactly what the issue was, but it escalated pretty quickly. And it escalated because I felt like he was just trying to be right. And it made it worse because he was actually right, which is not something I would like to admit out loud. So yeah, that part really got to me. The fact that he was trying so hard to be right and he was actually right. So I was like, all right, no. And it went from 1 to 57 real quick. Like, the gear just went skyrocketed. I can tell you for sure, I did not talk to him for the rest of that night. So now you can imagine just a simple conversation like that. If he was right in front of me, probably he would have had a way to really talk me through things and calm me down. But no, when you're in two different spaces, you need to be careful with the way things escalate and get out of hand. And I feel like over time, I began to understand this. And no one really told me that, it's like, there's some situations that something very little is just going to escalate. And I'm like, what the hell? What the heaven? No, but for real though, but of course, I feel like I also did not like the fact that I was wrong, because duh, I'm a woman. We don't want to be wrong. Even when we're wrong, we're right. Happy wife, happy life. You guys already know this. So I don't think I have to tell you this. So the fact that he wanted to be right, man, now I'm just remembering that day all over again. I feel like this is about to escalate pretty quickly. But no, psych, I'm joking. This is not escalating anywhere. But yes, those 5 points are things that I actually went through, like just a tip of the iceberg, like, because there's no way you can say it in one video and explain it all. But those are the cons of the long distance relationship for me. Now, if you have any cons, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. Let me know if you're in a long distance relationship, if you like would you even try a long distance relationship in the first place? Let me know that. Let me know what you experienced in your long distance relationship or in your relationship, because honey, it's not easy. And this right here comes. Now, if you're feeling this, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it out loud. If you're feeling this, does not mean that your relationship is headed in the wrong way. No, it's not. This just means that you're a human in a relationship with another human, and you have to put your total trust in that person in order to make it work. Long distance relationship is a lot of work, more work than regular relationship, if I must confess. Now, no one is going to really prepare you for this. However, when you have the opportunity and the person is worth it, you have to be able to look past all the cons, because there's always going to be disadvantages of everything. So these are the disadvantages for me. And guys, this brings me to the end of this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Go ahead, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I love when people subscribe. I also love reading your comments. They really inspire me, and I'm like, okay, this person is watching, this person is leaving. So yes, go ahead, leave a comment, just subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.